Hello, guys. My name is Jason Verduzco. I've been in the car industry for almost 3 years. I was a salesman for about 2 years, and I've been in finance for almost a year as a finance manager, which is kind of like a super salesman. But I'll go into that a little bit later on what my job is. Today, I want to go over the 5 benefits of being a car salesman. Number one, the pay. Now, you can make a lot of money in the car business, whether as a salesman, as a manager, finance manager, closing manager, sales manager, we call it desk managers. All these guys a lot of people can make a lot of money in this business. In your first year, you can make over $100,000. Not many jobs allow you to do that, especially with no experience. All you really need is a driver's license, a sales license, which is basically just getting fingerprinted. In your first month, you can make over $10,000. That's a lot of money, especially if you're 18, 19 and a young person. Even for somebody who's 50 years old, that's a good chunk of money. And even if, let's say, even if you only make 5,000 in a month, that's over the median income. Median income in the US, 37, 38,000. So you make 5,000 a month, you're still making more than the average person or the median income. So you can make a lot of money in the business. Yes, a little bit more hours, but great earnings potential. The other thing is you're not controlled by an hourly wage like you normally would be in most jobs, 30, 40, 50, whatever you're trying to fight, your hourly rate where you're trading your time for money. This one is mostly commission. So you have the opportunity to make even more money depending on how many cars you sell and how many bonuses you hit and things like that. So it's kind of limitless on the amount of commission that you can make. If they're paying you a certain percentage on the amount of profit that you're making or car bonuses and all kinds of different monies that exist in different pay plans and things like that. So you're not limited to just your time. If you're very skillful, you can make more. So that's one of the main benefits of being in the car business or being a car salesman to start off. Now, the number 2 benefit of being a car salesman is the business can turn you into an absolute beast. What I mean by that is the skills that you learn throughout your time working there. So number 1, it teaches you how to sell. Now, learning to sell is one of the most valuable skills you will ever use in your life. And you will have those skills forever. Nobody can take that from you. You can apply it to any situation, anytime you're trying to sell the idea of your kids going to bed on time. You're a teacher trying to sell the importance of education, all kinds of things that you can benefit from. You're selling yourself in an interview. Sales is extremely important. Also, you learn how to use a phone and computer effectively, which is a good thing that I did not know how to use effectively before I started in the car business, making, a ton of phone calls, looking through all thousands of leads on the computers. You learn how to negotiate. Now, negotiating is very fun when you're good at it. In the beginning, it's a little tricky, it's nerve-wracking, it's exciting, your adrenaline's going. So learning how to negotiate is, again, another skill that you can use for the rest of your life. You could even use it on limitless things. I'll leave it at that. You can really become a master. It gives you a great opportunity to practice something every single day. If you learn something in a book or you hear somebody else say something, you can even try it out yourself and instantly see the results or the lack of results from trying that new method. So that's something that I really love about the car business as well. You learn about loans and all kinds of different financial terms and how interest works and how credit works and things that you weren't taught in school or from your parents even. These are things that you can see how somebody's credit is affected by even just a credit card, a car loan, all kinds of things like that, and the importance of having good credit and many other things regarding loans. Plus, you'll learn how to buy a car for the rest of your life, which is a lot more difficult than people think. At least getting the best possible deal. Now you'll be able to get the best possible deal every single time, which it's going to save you tens of thousands of dollars in the long run, maybe even more, depending on how much stuff you buy. You also learn communication skills. So how to talk to people of all ages, of all different races, ethnicities, and the different cultures, different, tactics. I'm not going to talk to a little old lady the same way I'm going to talk to a ex-military guy when it comes to working a deal or trying to communicate the importance of this feature on the car versus that and things like that. So the communication is just, yeah, you become an absolute beast. And you get to practice every single day, so you become very good at it. People buy a car maybe every 3-4 years, something like that, 2-3-4 years. You do it every single day, sometimes 2-3-4 times a day. So you really are a professional. It gives you an opportunity to become a professional. And that's really hard to find. Not a lot of jobs allow you to do those things. If I work at a warehouse, I'm not really going to have those opportunities. If I work, blue collar, majority of the time, I won't be able to do those types of things. Business owner is kind of different. That's going into a different niche, but you have a lot of benefits. I would say this is a mostly white collar job. You're sitting at a desk half the time or outside with customers, but it really does give you an opportunity to practice and you're listening to people who've already done it. Veterans in the car business who've been doing it for decades even, and they've heard it all 100 times. So you get to hear it directly from the mouth of a professional, somebody who's already done it. You can listen in, see how they close a deal. Closing a deal means like getting a firm commitment, a yes from the customer. So that's why I love the car business. The number 3 benefit of being a car salesman is the working environment and conditions. So the environment is very relaxed and laid back, pretty casual generally, not a whole ton of supervision or micromanaging, which I really like. You can choose how hard you want to work. So one day if you want to work really hard and grind, and you can do that. Or if you want to relax one day and maybe not sell a car, you do have that option too. I mean, it's not ideal, but you do have the option. A lot of swearing, a lot of words like that are exchanged. Sometimes it just helps to get your point across a lot faster. Sometimes there's downtime. So it might be a slower day, not a lot of walk-ins or appointments, things like that. Obviously, you want to try to bring people in, but that could be a pro if you look at it that way. It's not as constant work, such as other jobs where you have constantly have to work. But on the other hand, it can be very busy. Like on a Saturday or something, you might sell 3 cars, have 2-3 customers at the same time, closing a deal. Somebody's in the finance office. You're test driving somebody else. Could get busy too, which makes the time go pretty fast. It's a very fun and money-oriented job. A lot of jobs are just about production or just keeping your head down and doing the same repetitive task. This one is fun, money-oriented, very motivating place to be, and you have a good amount of freedom, so you could choose how hard you want to work. So that's one of the really good benefits. The number 4 benefit of being a car salesman is you get to drive a lot of cool cars. Been able to drive Corvettes, all kinds of different makes, models, especially most dealerships have a used car lot, so you really get to learn what you like and dislike about a car. You also get to talk to service advisors and technicians who have a lot of experience with the cars. You see firsthand, even in the cars that you sell, which ones are more reliable, have less quality, and overall just all kinds of things about cars. You become a professional, you learn about your product. Number 5 benefit of being a car salesman is you can make connections. You can make connections with the employees and with the customers. So some of my closest friends are employees who worked at the dealership or work at the dealership, and Those are connections I never would have made. I guess that comes from any job, but you have a lot more freedom to talk and converse at the dealership versus other jobs. You also have the opportunity to talk to many different customers. I mean, you talk to hundreds of people, hundreds and hundreds of people. So you can learn a little bit from them too. They could teach you something, these business owners or anybody. You can learn a little bit from every single customer. I genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe that. And it really gives you an opportunity to become kind of like a jack of all trades. You could put a car salesman, an experienced car salesman, you put him in a crowd, he'll be able to get along with pretty much everybody. So overall, it's a high-paying job where you can learn a lot of skills. You have a good amount of freedom, and it's a ton of fun. I would highly recommend this job for somebody who is outgoing. That's a little bit important, but has that entrepreneurial mindset, and they want to challenge themselves. So, good luck.